Greetings. Today we'll be looking at the hips. Why start from the hips? Good question. Here's another one. Why do people name their children Nigel? Alright, so you wanted to draw hips, right? That's why you came here. You also wanted to watch a tutorial with no BS talking and straight to the point and stuff like that. Well, probably you're not gonna get neither of those. So let's just start, okay? First first of all, on drawing hips, the hip bone, the pelvis bone is probably the most important thing because it's the fundamental, and normally anatomy, like it's like 50 muscle, 50 bones, but on hips, skeletal structure gives most of its shape, okay? Like practically most, I guess. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the second part, which is muscles, also known as blobs, because I'm not gonna use any technical terms. This is gonna be called, what was it again? Weebs, yeah, weeb anatomy. So it's called weeb anatomy for some reason, not some reason. For a particular reason, it is called weeb anatomy. Alright. So this is supposed to look like a skeleton, but I believe you can just understand what this is, alright? This is right here. This thing. I'm using my mouse. It is the spine, also known as the backbone by cavemen. Yeah. And these are legs. Amazing, I know. And this part is what we're talking about right now, which is the pelvis bone. It connects both of the legs to the spine. No, it doesn't actually. But it helps you move, instead of being like that. Instead of being a stickman, this helps you have nice hips, I guess. So, what do you have on top of this? Muscles, yeah. And what do they look like? Well, first we're gonna have to magically draw the same image and then add the muscles on top of it, like that. You can easily see that those little bumps are from the corners of the pelvis bone, and the shape of the legs are actually from both the bones and the muscles and the body fat too, I guess. If you're kind of into that stuff, if you don't go to gym like me. Anyways, so let's see what we have here. This is how you should at least try to understand the fundamentals of the female hips. Okay, this is not accurate in both, physically or historically, I guess. So first you start off with a swimsuit kind of looking thing, which I'm pretty sure you weebs are familiar with it. Yep. Those kind of look like two diamonds, and they represent the corner of the hip bones. And then you add two more with stretched out corners. These are gonna be the far end of the legs. Also the stud, not stud, but you know what I mean. And then you can add the legs in. Kind of looks like a Disney mom. But this doesn't mean this is what it should look like on every single human uh, body. Well, that's true. Kind of like this. You see this? Well, she's fat. And since I am fat, I'm allowed to say that. It's a fat pass. This is more like a normal person, but obviously not completely realistic. But you know what we are doing here? It's called art. You know what happens when you want to do it and you fail? Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna leave it there, okay? Alright. And this is called jail time. I mean, it's called also I don't know if you should be drawing at this, to be honest, but you can still use it. It's probably the most realistic one, but it is boring, it is plain, but you can always use it. It's also the most weeb one out of the three. And here are some examples. I mean, one example, honestly, but this is how I draw female hips. The torso and the legs are kind of included, but don't worry about those, okay? They're gonna be covered on a different video soon. I don't know. First, you start with a chest. Don't want to cover that now, but then you add a bean. You remember those toys you used to play with? I don't know if you used to play with them or not. The beanies, I don't even remember, but kind of a shape like that. Okay, this is gonna be the not the abdomen, but the abdomen. Yeah, this is gonna represent the tummy. All right, then we're gonna add like a rocket tip, kind of something like that on the bottom. After that, we're gonna add one leg, which is connected to the upper half of the beanie, the beans, and goes down like that in to the leg. All right, this is where the leg starts, not this. This is it. The leg and the butt are connected, but we're not talking about butts right now. We're talking about hips. And then you just draw the buttocks, whatever. Add the leg under that, and then always start from the one that's closer to the perspective. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just do that. And then at the other leg, again, try to keep in mind the shape of the hip bone, the pelvis bone, corners of the hips, and you can just erase the guidelines afterwards. So I'm well, guess that's it. That's how we get. That's how you make a Weeb tutorial, I guess. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you guys don't like drawing super realistic stuff, right? Oh, me neither. But the thing is, I don't know. Maybe we should at least, you know, try to draw some noses on human faces, right? Anyway, all right, I'm gonna let this one go like that, and Well, you're probably seeing my, a few of my drawing time lapses about hips right now. But if you like this, I don't know how, but if you somehow like this, I'm gonna try to make a second episode about this series, including butts, maybe legs, I don't know. It's gonna be either of those. So, well, thanks, I guess, for watching, and yeah,